Okay, now before we begin programming, of course we will need to set up our computer. There's already a video available about installing Python on your computer, so please follow that video if you have not yet installed Python on your computer. But basically you download it from the Python website, which is python.org, and then you install it. Now, after doing that, there are at least 3 ways to run Python programs or commands. The first way is using the operating system terminal or the command prompt of your computer. The second way is using the Python shell, which I'll show you all these methods. And the third way is using what is known as scripting mode, where you use a development environment such as Python's idle or any other IDE. IDE means Integrated Development Environment. Again, I will show that to you. So let's look at using the command prompt. So if we go to, if I'm using Windows, so if I'm in a particular folder like this one, I can type here CMD and it opens the command prompt in that particular folder. Then in this case I already have a program, so if I type there Python and the name of my program, again I'll show you how to do all this, so don't worry so much about it. When I press enter, it shows here, hello, my program is running. Okay, so that is one way. Python hello.py. So it executes my program. The second way is using the Python shell or the interactive environment. So I can go to my start menu and I look for idle. I look for Python here and then I run this idle. So it opens this screen and I can type Python commands here, which again I'll show you, but right now I'm just demonstrating briefly. So this is a Python command. If I press enter, it shows hello, or I can tell it to print 45 times 3, and it shows me here 135. So this is what is known as a Python shell. Okay, that's the second way of running Python commands or programs. The third way also uses this idle, but you create a file. Sorry, let me just say what I'm doing here. I went here to File, New File. Then it opens a new file here, and again I put in my command. Then I can go here to this run command and say run module. It tells me I need to save it. Let me save it somewhere else. Let me call it 2. So it runs a program and prints hi, displays here hi on the screen. Okay, so this third method is the one we'll be using most of the time, because in the real world you'll normally be writing several instructions in your program and then executing them all one after the other. So this is the one we'll be using most, or you will be using most. I will be showing you mostly here on my computer using Jupyter Notebook. Again, there's a video available showing you how to use Jupyter Notebook. So there are three ways: using the command prompt, which I've shown you, the terminal or the command prompt, the Python shell or interactive environment. Again, instructions are here, which you can see in your booklet. And the third way is using idle. Okay, so you open idle, you go to new file, you type in the commands you want in your file, then you save and execute the program. But I will show you all these things in more detail as we go along. This is just a general introduction. Alright, see you in the next lesson.